A very good morning to everybody. Representatives from academia, think tanks, international organizations, government and non-government organizations, militaries, private organizations, good morning. It is my great honor to welcome everyone to the second edition of the RSIS RHCC Humanitarian Futures Forum. This forum started modestly as a workshop comprising 25 to 50 people. They met twice over a hybrid modality as we were dealing with COVID. The first time in 2021 at the Changi C2 Center, and another time in early 2022 at the university campus in NTU. The feedback on this platform for humanitarian dialogue was encouraging. And so when the world was recovering from COVID-19 late in 2022, we held the first Humanitarian Futures Forum in September last year, and it was attended by about 100 people at the Orchard Hotel. This forum is motivated and founded on the need to transform humanitarian action. We need to transform humanitarian action in the next decade and the longer future. This is in anticipation of more frequent crises of greater magnitude as a result of environmental, geopolitical, socio-economic, and technological factors. All of us operating in this humanitarian space will need to anticipate and adapt to prepare for this future. We need to develop new perspectives, mindsets, expertise, capacity, and partnerships. Here in Southeast Asia, much like the rest of the world, our region is interconnected to other regions. We are vulnerable to the effects and consequences of climate change. We are vulnerable to the high risk of public health emergencies and food crises. And we face the challenges of non-traditional security threats like cyber attacks and disinformation. All these in a period of heightened geopolitical competition and eroding multilateral processes. It is therefore clear for humanitarian actors who may operate in Southeast Asia to think ahead to prepare ourselves for this future complex crisis. The Humanitarian Futures Forum offers a platform for dialogue between humanitarian practitioners and stakeholders worldwide to engage and connect with one another, to understand emerging trends and issues, appreciate our operating landscape, and exchange ideas and opinions. With the range of topics lined up and the wealth of experience of our distinguished speakers and moderators, I'm confident that each of you will have an enriching learning experience today. This week, across the past 4 days, Changi RHCC successfully organized Exercise Coordinated Response, or Exercise CORES. This is a multinational tabletop exercise with participants from 26 militaries and 25 civilian organizations. The exercise aimed to strengthen civilian-military coordination in a humanitarian assistance and disaster relief scenario. I'm glad that about 40 of the exercise CORES participants are here today in HFF to plug in upstream to understand and engage in this emerging discourse in the humanitarian space. Likewise, I was also glad that about 15 HFF participants visited Exercise CORES yesterday as observers to understand humanitarian action at a tactical level. This back-to-back series of events was deliberately planned to facilitate cross-interaction between academia and operational perspectives. To conclude, I would like to thank all of you for taking precious time off your busy schedules to be here this week to advance humanitarian action, especially to our friends and partners visiting Singapore from the other parts of the region and the world. I hope you do take the time to explore Singapore, to enjoy the sights, the scenes, and the food. We really appreciate your presence here today. I also want to commend the great work by the RSIS team, led by Dr. Alistair Cook, in partnering Changi RHCC to organize today's event and in growing the Humanitarian Futures Forum. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanatan sir.